I want to point out before we start this video that you'll note that the last one we did had an icon for a video help and none of the other list views did. That's because they're consistently the same as far as the way you use them across all the different list views. On the next one down, these are more or less reports, and the reports themselves have more complex usages, and we'll be covering those. And you'll notice at the top, the videos here are for the major screens within the application on the booking side of the screen. If you want to return again, like we said before, to the edit appointment, you can click this button. And if you need to go to the website for support, you can click on this icon here to take you to the support website. So let's go down to the booking report by date screen and see the report screen. In this screen, we come in and there are current records in there that somebody's done a search for. To show all the records, what we want to do is go over and click the Show All Records button and return all of the different rentals that were listed by name. You'll notice when you look at this screen that it shows the name of the person by name and the date that they rented the item in this row. We're going to use these two fields to find Ben Franklin for the month of April. How many different rentals did he have? So the way we would do that is we would go to the Find mode, which will clear all the screen and just prepare it so that you can do the find. We're going to type in Ben F, because we do not have to complete the entire name in order for it to find him, because it's probably the only Ben with an F on it. We're going to then put in a date range. And the way we're going to do the date range is we're going to put in the greater than and equal. We're going to put in the month, which is 4/1/2013. On the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to put less than or equal to 4/30/2013. What this should do when we do the find is it should return Ben Franklin's record for everything from the 1st of the month to the 30th of the month. Let's try that. Perform the find. You can see that we have the two records here. Now you can do this approach with this formula on any one of the reports or list view screens. When we got the record, we can see that on the 23rd and on the 26th, he had a rental. He rented a hedge trimmer and a lawnmower. The time is calculated by the number of days, by the entry date for the rented date, and the return date. And then it'll calculate the number of days that this particular item was actually rented. It also shows you the company name and the type of equipment for that particular thing. In this case, you can see the type of equipment here. When you're, say for example, if you wanted to print this, you could print it to any printer, or you could take, for example, a date range for the entire month for all equipment and see who did all the rentals for the entire month, and it would present them in the alphabetical order. If you see a italic title for a field in here, what this will do when you click on it, it will reset the sort so that it will sort everything by date in the report. And this is true across all list view screens and reports. So look for these italic titles. If you see one with an underline on it, that allows you to go up into a different screen and edit rollers or scrollers they have on the iPad or any list, and you can edit, add, or change the information within those. Now, I do not suggest changing a current item if it's been used, because it will isolate all the records that had that particular listing item that was put into a scroller or a lookup list. So do not edit them as far as changing them. Just add a new one if you want to add a new one. To go to the particular record that was selected, click the icon within the record to go to that record. If you're in a session where you've done a perform find, when you're leaving, it's a good idea to go ahead and show, after you print, show all records again by clicking the Show All Records button and return all the records to the screen. This allows the next person to come in to be able to use it without being confused when they only see a few records. Now recall, as I said before, if you edit any of these fields, Make sure you submit them if you're doing this on the server. This is the end of this tutorial.